Hey guys, what's up? It's Eunice and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be talking about the Colourpop Pretty Fresh line. I have all three products right here. I have the Tinted Moisturizer, the setting spray, as well as the concealer. So if you want to see what I think about these products and how it wears throughout the whole day, then just keep on watching. So I want to start off with the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer. So it retails for $14 with 1.45 fluid ounces, and that's a lot for a foundation. Typically, it's around 1 fluid ounce. But the caveat to this is you can't bring this when you have just a carry-on suitcase when you're traveling because it goes beyond that with 1 fluid ounce limit. So the Colourpop Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer has over 24 shades, and I got the shade medium 10N, which is also my shade with the Colourpop No Filter foundation. So one of the best things about this is the fact that it's hydrating, because I do have dry skin, so anything that's hydrating is right up my alley. So this tinted moisturizer has coconut water, which helps hydrate and soften your skin. So I do have to apply some sunscreen first prior to applying the tinted moisturizer. Got this from the Philippines. It's from the brand Happy Skin. It retails for 999 pesos. And this is the facial sunscreen that I've been using for a while now because I love how thin it is and I love the fact that it has SPF 40, so it's perfect for every day. So before I apply the tinted moisturizer, I want to take a photo of my face first so that you guys can see what I look like without the tinted moisturizer and how much coverage it will give my skin. Okay, so you can apply this tinted moisturizer two ways. You can either apply it using your fingers. Make sure you wash your hands first before doing that, and you can also apply it using a sponge. So what I'm gonna do is I'll apply one side with a sponge and one side with my finger. So we'll start off with the sponge. And there you have it. So it just really helps even out your skin complexion, but it doesn't really sheer out any imperfections, because if you can see, I still have my veins peeking through right here. Another thing is I actually always apply this using my fingers just because I feel like the sponge is really thinning it out and really absorbing the product as opposed to when I blend it out with my fingers. So now we're gonna blend it out using my fingers on this side. So I'm still using that same amount. Actually, maybe I need a little bit more. Probably like half a pump. Then what you do is you just pat it all over. You don't spread it, you pat it. And it's really easy for days where you're too lazy to wash your tools and you just want to use your hands. People say it's unsanitary, but for me, as long as you wash your hands before doing this, you should be good. And there you have it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but for me, there's more coverage on the side of my face whenever I blend it out with my finger. So I'm gonna build this up a little bit more just so that both sides are equally, what do you call this? Are equal. Kasi this one looks a little bit washed out. So it's super easy when you're blending it out with your fingers. Just pat, pat, pat. And there you have it. As you can see, there's really some natural dewiness to this foundation. Actually, tinted moisturizer pala to. It's not a foundation. And it's really very hydrating. So if you have an oily skin type or a combination, I'm not sure if you're gonna like this because I have very dry skin. And I really see my skin as very dewy, very hydrated. So baka masyadong oily or masyadong dewy when it comes to... So baka hindi mo magustuhan if you already have oily skin. Now let's apply the concealer. It's the same formulation as the tinted moisturizer, but this one is marketed as a full coverage concealer, while the tinted moisturizer is like a more of a medium sheer coverage. And for the concealer, I also blend it out sometimes with a sponge, sometimes with my ring finger. So we'll do the same thing and blend this side out with a sponge and this side with my ring finger. To me, this is a very medium coverage concealer. It's not really full coverage because I still see some of my skin peeking through, and it's not like the Tarte Shape Tape level. For me, it's more of a dupe of the Too Faced Born This Way natural coverage concealer. So like I said, sometimes I do blend it out with my ring finger, so I'm gonna do that now on this side. Now, contrary to the Tinted Moisturizer, yung pagka-blend ng concealer, mas gusto ko siya blending it out with a sponge just because it really blends it out well. Na wala yung mga strokes, as you can, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but you can definitely see some of my finger strokes right there, parang brush strokes. So what I like is using a sponge talaga for a concealer. Using your finger is still manageable naman. And there you have it. I have the Tinted Moisturizer as well as the concealer on, and usually I just set my concealer because like I said, I have dry skin, and to me, setting the rest of my face would defeat the purpose just because it will cancel out any of the dewiness that the Tinted Moisturizer has. So I'm using this Japanese pressed powder from a Natasha Denona palette, and this is what I'll use to just set my eye area. I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face makeup, and then we'll spray on some Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. After I've done my entire face, apply some contour and bronzer and some blush. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I have a full face of makeup now. I tried to make it a lot natural than how I usually have my makeup on. I just use some liquid blush, some liquid highlighter, contour and bronzer, and now we're gonna finish off with the Pretty Fresh setting spray. So it's best to actually shake this at first. Now the setting mist retails for $12, and it's actually not that bad. You get a lot of product right here, and one thing I love about this is the mist itself. It's not like a spray, it's really a mist. It reminds me so much of the Morphe Continuous setting spray. So it's ideal for all skin types. It's oil-free and very refreshing, so it really just gives you a nice dewy look, and it does a really great job melting all your powders together. So let's spray this all over my face. Not sure if you guys can see that, but it's really misty. Has a nice coconutty, refreshing smell, and it's very, like, I can't wait to use this on the summer and just refresh my face whenever I want to, because it's so good. I don't know if you guys could see that. It just melted in all of the powders on my face, and it just gave me a really nice hydrated dewy look, which is definitely a look that I love. That is the entire Pretty Fresh line. I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara, put on some lipstick, and I'll be right back to give you guys my initial thoughts, and we'll have some check-ins throughout the whole day to show you guys how these products are wearing. Alright, so here is my finished makeup look for the day, and to be honest, I love it because it just looks nice and fresh and very natural. So yeah, let's talk about all the products that I used today, and like I said, the Pretty Fresh line. So first and foremost, the Tinted Moisturizer. I love the fact that it's very lightweight, it's easy to blend, you can use your fingers with it, you can use a sponge if you prefer a sponge, and I love that it's very hydrating, and it just gives my face a nice, natural, healthy looking look. So it just evens out my skin tone. The con to this is if you have more blemishes, it's not gonna cover that because it's just a tinted moisturizer. It's a moisturizer first, and then it just has a little coverage if ayaw mo na mag-foundation afterward. So if you're someone who wants more of a medium to full coverage look, this is not for you. If you have someone who has oily skin, I don't think this is for you because like I said, I have dry skin and I find it very hydrating. But to me, that is the look that I'm going for. I like a very dewy, natural look. That's why I love this, and I've been using this for a while. It's been holding up pretty well throughout the day. I've been using it for every day at work just because at work, I'm just at the office, so hindi siya humuhulas. So I'm not sure how it will hold up if you spend an entire day outside. Granted, I'm not gonna be spending the entire day outside, but I might ride my bike later and we'll see how well this holds up. So same with the Pretty Fresh concealers. This one naman is not super sheer coverage. It has more of a medium coverage, but I'm not sure if you can build it up to full like Shape Tape levels. Pero I love the fact that it gives kind of a similar look as the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Radiant Concealer because it covers up any dark circles pero hydrated yung look niya and it's not super matte. So that is what I love about this concealer. It's not too expensive as well. It's only $9 and it comes in 24 shades just like the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer. So I forgot to mention on the concealer, I use Light 60N and on the Tinted Moisturizer, I use Medium 10N because I like to kind of highlight my under eye circles. And then last but not the least, the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Setting Mist. This is one of my holy grail setting mists as of the moment because it's very comparable to the Anastasia Dewy Mist. So one thing I love about this is the fact that it just really does a great job melting all your powders, your makeup together and really melting it on your face to make it look more natural and hydrated. But the thing is, it's not a long-lasting setting spray, so you can't compare it to the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray. Even my Anastasia Dewy Mist, I don't use that as my setting spray that will make my makeup stay on for the day. So this is more of a finishing spray, and then you spray your face with like a setting spray na either the Milani Make It Last or the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray because I feel like this is more of just to melt everything together and not to make it last throughout the whole day. With the mist, I love it. Yung mist niya, it's not a spray, it's a mist. So even yung pagka-spread niya even yung pagka-spray ng product sa skin mo and you won't have like little droplets all over your face. So that is one thing that I love about it. And also yung scent niya, it's not very disturbing. It's really just a nice refreshing mist. So those are all of the things that I love about the Pretty Fresh line. They actually live up to the hype. But if you're only thinking of getting one product, actually, if you don't want to get all three, I can say na if you already have a concealer that you love, you can skip the concealer. But these two are so worth it because for the price point, it's really good quality products. The Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer is very comparable to the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I have that in my vanity, but I couldn't do like a comparison test just because I have the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer in a very dark shade, so I didn't want to compare it. Pero very comparable yung formula niya. It has a nice coverage, you can blend it in with your fingers and it lasts nicely throughout the whole day. And then yung setting mist, like I said, it's very comparable to the Anastasia Dewy Mist and it's only what, for $12, so very affordable talaga. So that is everything that I have to say for now. I'm going to take some before pictures right now to show you guys how my makeup is looking, and then at the end of the day, I'm going to also check in with you guys and show you how it's looking on my skin. Is it wearing off? How is it holding up? And also an after photo. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to stay throughout the wear test, you can. If you're not, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you found this video helpful and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hey guys, so it is 7 p.m. now. It's been 7 hours since I first applied the foundation on my face and I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how it's wearing. So unfortunately I wasn't able to like go out and ride my bike, sweat a little bit to show you guys how it will react to like sweatiness, but I did go out for a while, just read a book. It's kind of humid outside na. It's like 80 degrees. Hindi naman super humid, but it's a little bit warmer, pero it's still holding up pretty well. As you can see, the coverage is still good. There's no creasing or anything like that. Even though I didn't set this area of my face, it still looks okay. It's still looking fresh after a 7-hour day. Like I said, if you're just going to the office, ganyan, and if you're not gonna be sweating all day and out and about, maganda siya. It's really nice and it just gives your face a nice natural looking glow. Excuse me. So it's definitely perfect for every day. So yeah.